First off, if you watch Heroes and have not gotten to Season 4, Episode 5 yet, turn off this video. Do not watch. Turn it off. This has spoilers. Even though it's kind of hard to spoil Heroes because it's really predictable. The 4th season of Heroes premiered on September 21st, 2009. In this episode, a new character was introduced. Her name was Gretchen, and she was Claire's future roommate. She didn't have a really big part in the show. She was just there to be a friend for Claire. But look at this. In case you're unable to read, that says there is some sexual tension between Claire and Gretchen. This was sent to my friend on November 21st, 2009 at 8:57 p.m. So there was still another hour of the first episode of Heroes left, and I already knew that there was sexual tension between Claire and Gretchen. Now, I did send this text as a semi-joke because at about this time there was an inside joke running about sexual tension in my group of friends, but it was half serious at the same time. And then episode 5 happened, and my predictions came to fruition. Pretty much Gretchen kissed Claire, and the sexual tension that I sensed in this first episode of the show happened to be real. I'm excited about this mostly because my predictions in shows never come true, except for in Heroes. They always do, because Heroes is really easy to predict. Like, Skylar is good this season. Wow, it's just a pattern. I mean, he's good, evil, good, evil, good, evil, good, evil, good. So, I mean, but still, it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm so good at detecting sexual tension in television shows between girls. But it is a science, so you can also learn how to do this. And I'm going to teach you how to do this. Heroes is not unique in this sexual tension, lesbian side plot thing that they've got going on. It's happened in plenty of shows, but the one that comes most to my mind is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It also happens in Degrassi, The Next Generation, so I guess I can kind of include that. The rules are different with Degrassi because it's Degrassi, you know how that goes. First, the show's been going on for a while. They need something to spice it up. And what better to spice up a show than lesbians, I guess. Season 4 is a pretty good time to bring in the storylines. Season 4 of Heroes, Claire gets kissed. Season 4 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Willow becomes a lesbian. Season 4 of Degrassi, Marco turns gay. So actually, number 1 is the show is in its 4th season. Number 2, the character is not the main character, but she is a pretty important side character, Claire. She doesn't really have that much of a plot on Heroes, but for some reason she is pretty dang important, because she's always in every episode. Willow speaks for herself. It's Willow. It's Willow. I mean, she's the only other character besides Buffy who's in every single episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But she's not Buffy, and that is very important to note. And Paige from Degrassi, she's kind of just always there, cheering. Yeah. Number 3. A random girl is introduced into the show for no reason. She's just there in Heroes. What was the purpose of Gretchen? There was none. She's just thrown in the show because they needed someone to kiss Claire. That's all. She has no powers. She is kind of stupid. She's kind of annoying. I mean, this girl was just thrown in the show so she could kiss Claire. Tara in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Great character, I have to say. Her and Willow stuck it out until Tara died. But she didn't really have a purpose in the show either. She was just there so that Willow could fall in love with her. Willow was the witch. She was the one who did all the stuff when Buffy needed her to do stuff. Sarah was just there to kind of help, but really just to have that relationship. Degrassi doesn't follow this rule because Alex was always there, but it does kind of follow this rule because Alex didn't start getting more showtime until she hooked up with Paige, so kind of the same thing there. 4. The interaction between the two girls is extremely awkward. Gretchen and Claire, pretty much every scene between them was a little awkward. To me, I felt it was a little awkward. Willow and Tara, definitely awkward. Tara is awkward by herself. Mix in Willow, who's awkward as well, and it's really awkward. So yes, if the two girls are awkward around each other, you know they're gonna kiss. 5 characters going through a change. Claire just entered college. Willow just entered college. Paige turned from being really mean to being really nice. Changes all around equals lesbians. Now you too can spot the typical lesbian plots in any show you watch. Just remember the 4 rules. 1. It's about the 4th season of the show. 2. The character is a side character, but a very important side character. 3. A random girl character is thrown into the show randomly. And number 4, interaction between the two characters is extremely awkward. And 5, the character has gone through a change. That is how you can tell that there is sexual tension between 2 female characters in a popular TV show. I have not seen episode 6 of Heroes yet, so I don't know how Claire is going to react to this kiss that happened, but I will say that the rules applied and that using those rules. I could tell it was gonna happen. We'll see how Claire reacts, I think, in episode 6. Personally, I think she's gonna turn into a lesbian because Heroes is trying to copy off of every popular TV show ever, and most popular TV shows have that plot in them, briefly at least. You know, Heroes is gonna get canceled if they don't do good this season, so they're trying to throw something in to attract some guy audiences, so they're just grasping at strings, you know, grasping. Let's see what happens. On a side note, when I was watching this episode of Heroes, I was watching it online on Ustream, streaming live. So I watched it Monday night at 8 o'clock with everyone else, just online. And this kiss happened, and I remember texting my friend that I knew it was going to happen. So I paused Ustream to text my friend that I was correct because I knew she was watching it as well, or that she would be watching it, and I did not want to forget to text her. I went to push play, you know, to see how Claire reacted to this kiss because she's had boyfriends before, and I wanted to see what her reaction was, you know. It was already to the invisible girl pushing people out of windows and poles at Claire. So I missed it. I missed her reaction. I actually went on searchthechannel.com to look for the episode just so I could watch that minute or so that I missed. My friend texted me back and stuff, so it's like a minute of texting. Tell me what you think. Am I crazy? Did you see it too? Do you get excited when your predictions and shows come true? Just tell me. Whoo. Hey, subscribe to me.